We welcome you back to 843 TV. We are here in Beaufort at the Digital Corridor and upstairs and the new landing pad, and JOToole, Executive Director, is here to join us and share. How are you?
Good. Good to be with you.
We've been talking with you for a couple of years now. We've gotten to see this journey of economic development, and you've been so instrumental in this. So congratulations for all of the hard work that you've done. We talked to Mayor Murray. We talked to William Fugate, who is with SkyDrive, and that is just showing just the progress that's been made. So tell us about what's going on in a nutshell.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Mayor Murray covered it quite well. You know, we've been here doing this work for just over 5 years. We're over $250 million worth of investment. Wow. And as Mayor Murray explains, we're kind of building out that third leg of the stool, making Beaufort County's economy a little bit more diverse and a little bit more stable, we think, while looking to the future. And SkyDrive and this Southern Carolina landing pad is a good example of things we're doing to look to the future and cultivate new business and industry in the county.
As you drive around the Beaufort area, you do see so much development coming up that it's really exciting. Give us an idea of what's happening in general.
Right, yeah. It's kind of interesting because a lot of the development people think they're seeing is really unrelated to us. I've always told you that we try to focus economic development in a way that is in harmony with the environment. Mayor Murray spoke about all the partners that came to play to build out this landing pad, but we have a lot of partners that help us advance it. So Charlie Stone and I may get a little bit of attention, but there's so many people that add, contribute, and really make what people are seeing happen. Things that we're working on, again, looking out to the future. There's a piece in the Bible, and presidents have said it, but wise men plant trees whose shade they'll never sit under. And towards that end, we're having great success at the Commerce Park, as the mayor mentioned. We had our first spec building get filled. I think you were out there the day that we broke ground. 368 days after that, it's fully leased.
Wow, that's exciting. So, I've got to go back out there and check it out there.
Yeah, we'll probably have a ribbon cutting, and we're going to have another groundbreaking because the developer there is, they built 64,000 square feet. Now they're stepping up to 72,000 square feet. And their first tenant wants them to build a 200,000 square foot building. So that park that sat there empty for decades is getting filled. So that's exciting. Out into the future, we're working in Yamasee with, again, our environmental partners, a large tract of land, maybe some 840 acres. We'll look to develop another commerce park on it. And similar to SkyDrive, we're working with lead generators, and we have an international company that might be interested in that large tract of land. So we've got, obviously, our communication stuff we enjoy doing with WHHI and 843 TV. We've got our incubation things that we're doing here at the landing pad, and then we continue to place large industry in larger spaces throughout the county.
So this space up here, just recent, we got to come up last time, I think, and filmed up here. What actually goes on, and what do you have available to the public to just kind of use and try out, as you mentioned?
Right. You know, and one of our great partners is the Beaufort Digital Corridor, and south of the Broad, the Don Ryan Center for Innovation.
Oh, yes.
So they have office space that can be shared by innovators, entrepreneurs. We're marketing several offices in here specifically, as the mayor mentioned, for companies coming from away. A couple of weeks ago, we were on the phone with a Czech Republic company looking to launch into the U.S. market. And they were so frustrated. You know, you have language barriers, you have licensing, legal issues, how to incorporate. And there's a lot of we call barriers to entry. And at the landing pad, we try to lower those barriers to entry. I think William Fugate with SkyDrive mentioned that, and Charlie deserves a lot of the credit. We've just introduced him to people that made it easier for him to answer questions back in Japan as to why they were going to launch this business in Beaufort. And just making it easy is what we're trying to do.
As I'm listening to all of this, and you're talking about Czech Republic and Japan, What would you say to that local resident says, you know what, this is all great, but I want to keep Beaufort. And how would you say that you kind of mentioned keeping the natural aspect. How would you say that you're trying to balance that at the same time? Because as you develop, that is maybe a concern that to keep our natural area the way it is. That's one of the reasons that people want to come here.
Right. Yeah. Well, previous economic development groups in Beaufort County, and the mayor pointed out we are successful, but the previous groups were looking for the next Boeing, the next BMW. And I've shared this before, but the folks at Glassworks, when they came here, they said, this reminds them of Charleston 30 years ago. Yeah. And that's an exciting tale, but it's a cautionary tale too.
Yeah, true.
And so our approach is to do things on scale so that it doesn't change what people love about the area. And again, we've done some 47 projects, and we haven't had, what they'll call people who are opposed to economic development projects, not in my backyard. Yeah. We haven't done anything that's shocked residents. And so if Charlie Stone and I and our board of directors keep our ear to the ground, we may stretch the limits of what people want, but we don't want to blow through that. I've had the opportunity to work in communities, and economic development done right builds communities. It doesn't tear at the fabric and the essence of what people love in their community. So we and on that, sometimes we don't have the wisdom as humans, so we've got to pray too. So
Amen.
just pray to make good decisions. But I think scale and communication, and a program like this gives us a chance to let people know what we're working on, and if we're going to run into a wall, we can have a great conversation about that and try to modify so that we can keep it the way people like it. Well,
we're out of time, but always exciting to hear all the advancements every time we come, and we'll look forward to coming back. And we thank you for watching this episode of 843 TV, where communities come to speak.